Hello everyone. So welcome to another week's videos. Hope you all had a nice weekend. I cannot say nice because inside the house arrested. How to have a nice weekend I don't know, but out of formality I have to say that hope you had a nice weekend, right? Okay, and I hope that you did not forget whatever you studied the last week and there was no homework. So today we'll be starting with the last lesson of geometry. This chapter for geometry wasn't that difficult as the previous ones which were, and I don't think any one of you found that difficult to understand these lessons. Okay, so today we'll be starting with the last lesson of this chapter. That's chapter 3 lesson 4, which is about perpendicular lines. Now to start with, first of all, what are perpendicular lines? If you remember perpendicular, I taught you about parallel and perpendicular lines. Some of you will be laughing, yes, because you don't remember what are parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay, now parallel means you know that there are a set of two lines which do not meet, right? But perpendicular lines, okay, so perpendicular lines are basically the lines which cross each other, but they make a perfect cross plus sign with they form right angles. So the lines which cross each other perfectly by forming right angles are called as perpendicular lines. Now keeping this in mind, let's move on to the lesson. Now in this lesson there are of course two parts. One is to find out and solve right equations, and the other one is to prove that the given lines are perpendicular. But for today in this lesson I will be only teaching you how to find the distance and to write the equations and solve them, because I don't want you to get confused in both the things which we need to do, because both of these are very important, right? So first, only for today, let's concentrate on how to find the distance of the shortest length, and then how to write an equation, how to write an inequality and solve it. Okay, so let me start with example 1. I'm not doing all of this because once you read it you will know what to do, so I don't want to waste time on reading this and telling you this is how it is done. So let me directly go to example 1, which I'll say more similar to what the questions given in the book. Okay, so here, distance from a point to a line. So this is the picture given to you. Okay, before I read the question, let me quickly explain this picture here. This is line AB, okay, this is line AP, line PC, and this is line PB. Now if you notice here, this is a right angle, which means these are perpendicular lines. They are in this form. If I draw it separately for you, it's like this. This is P and this is B and this is A. So here these are a perpendicular segment, right? Because they are making right angles. So wherever you see this symbol is denotes right angle. So wherever you see this, that means these are perpendicular to each other. Okay, now the distance from AP is x plus 3 and the distance from PB is 5. Okay, the question now. See here, name the shortest segment from P to AC. So this is P. They want you to find the shortest distance, that's the smallest length from P to AC. So from P, if you see, we have three lines. From P, we have this line. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. As soon as you see this, maybe you will feel PC is shorter, but we need proper proof to show that it is short, whereas it is not the shortest line. How do you know which is the shortest segment from P to AC? Okay, the easiest one is find out which line is making a perpendicular segment there. So from P, which line is creating a perpendicular segment? P to B, because that's where they have given us the symbol. So the shortest segment from P to AC is PB. Okay, so wherever they ask name the shortest segment from P to AC, it is going to be segment PB. because that's where a perpendicular segment is formed. This is how you find the shortest length or the shortest segment. Okay, now the next part of the question is write and solve an inequality for x. Now remember, this is the shortest one which we found. All the others are going to be longer than this, right? So how are we going to write this inequality and solve what is x? The distance given for us is AP. There is nothing else given. They only gave us the distance for AP and PB. So now we know that PB is the shortest one, which means it's the smaller than all the others, right? So we are going to write the inequality as AP or PA segment is greater than PB, or PA is greater than PB, or AP is greater than PB. It's going to be the same. Okay, so AP is greater than PB. Why is that? Because this is the shortest among all. Now what is AP? They gave us x plus 3 is greater than what's PB? They gave us as 5. Okay, how do you solve it? You know how to solve. Move the plus 3 to the other side. So that's going to be x is greater than 5 minus 3. X is greater than 2. This is how you're going to write and solve an inequality. As simple as that. That's all. This is your first part of the lesson. Okay, let's try to do for this question. Okay, this is the picture given to you, right? What they are saying, name the shortest segment from A to BC. So this is the line BC. They are saying from A. So how many lines do we have from A? One is this line AC and the other one is AB. These are the two lines which are from A. So they want us to write the shortest segment from A. So here what are you going to find out? You will find out which line is making a perpendicular segment. Is this line making a perpendicular segment? Did they give you the symbol of right angle here? No. So of course not this. So from A and B, did they give you the right angle symbol here? Yes, they did. So which is the shortest segment? Is AC or AB? The AB one, because this is here. The right angle symbol is here. So the shortest segment for us is which one? AB. Okay, now moving on to part 2. Write and solve an inequality for x. So now we know that AB is the shortest. All the others are going to be longer than that. So how are you going to write the inequality for that? This is the shortest. So first let's write that. Okay, so AB is always going to be less than AC. Or you can also write it as AC is going to be greater than AB. It's also the same whether however you change it, right? So AB, that's they have given us x minus 5 is less than 12, right? So that's going to be x is going to be less than 12 plus 5, because the minus 5 will move to the other side. So that's going to be x is less than 17. So the value of x is going to be less than 17. So now even if you write it like this, you're going to get the same answer. How are you going to get the same answer? It's going to be 12 is greater than x minus 5. Okay, so 12 plus 5 is going to be greater than x. So 17 is greater than x. They both mean the same. X is less than 17 or 17 is greater than x. It doesn't matter. However you write it, it won't do anything. Okay, so this kind of question I'll be teaching for you in the next video, because here you have to prove the properties of lines. So we need to have the 2-column proof. So I will not teach you for that in this video. I don't want you to get confused. So directly I'm moving on to the questions, the exercise questions. Okay, that's page number 175. So please open up page 175 and start doing the questions. I know you girls don't need help in this because it's very easy, but you can start solving it without my help. But because the video has to go on, I have to keep explaining, right? Okay, so we will start from question number 2. This is the picture given. These two, both the questions are related to this picture. So start solving it. I will give you a minute. I think minute will be more than enough. So start solving, then I will tell you the answers. Okay girls, so I think you have finished solving the question, right? So let me refer to this picture. This is the line AD. You can see the symbols AD. So AD is a line, and from E, this is the point. So from E, how many lines do we have? We have 1, 2, 3 and 4. From E we have 4 lines. So the question is, name the shortest segment from point E to AD. So this is point E, where I showed you we have 4 lines. So which is going to be the shortest line, the line segment? Is it going to be EA, EB, EC or ED? Of course it's going to be EB, because that's where they showed us that it is perpendicular, right? So I told you, wherever there is this sign perpendicular segment, you have to know that that will be the shortest length. So the shortest length, it's going to be EB or BE. This is also right, that's also right. However you read the segment, it's going to be the same. Okay, now question number 3. Write and solve an inequality for x. So which side did they give us here? They gave us EB and they gave us E and D, right? So how are we going to write the inequality? Now we know this is the shortest one, which means from all the others, this is the smallest. It's the least one. So let's write the equation, inequality. It's going to be EB is less than ED. Okay, or you can also write it as ED is greater than EB. Both are correct, whether you write it like this or write it like this, only the places change, that's all. So EB in the picture is given as 7 is less than ED. What's ED given as? X plus 12. X plus 12. So all what you need to do is move this to the other side. So what's that going to give you? 7 minus 12 is less than x. So 7 minus 12 is going to be minus 5 is less than x, or x is greater than minus 5. If you use this, you are going to get x is greater than minus 5. Because I used the less sign here, I got minus 5 is greater than x. This is how you solve. Okay, so question 4 we will not do it today, we will do it in the next period. So let's go on to question number 6 and 7. This is the picture given for 6 and 7. Okay, so the line here is XZ, and from W there are 3 lines. One is this, one is this, and one is this one. So there are 3 lines going from point W. So question number 6, you have to name the shortest segment and write and solve an inequality for x. So 1 minute, start doing it. I think that's enough, girls, because 1 minute is long time. I just realized that when I'm holding the mobile, kept on holding the mobile for a minute. I think 1 minute is too long for this question. Okay, name the shortest segment from point W to XZ. So from point W, which is showing us a perpendicular sector, this one, because the symbol of right angle is here. So the shortest one is W and Y. So the shortest segment is going to be WY. The next question, write and solve an inequality for X. Which side did they give us? They gave us W and Z, and they gave us W and X, right? W and Y. So you know now this is the shortest one, which is going to be lesser than all the others. So let me write the equation as WY is less than, which part they gave us? This WZ. Okay, so what is the number they gave? What is the expression they gave for WY? It's X plus 8 is less than 19. So X is going to be less than 19 minus 8. X is going to be less than 11. Okay, so this is how we solve the inequality. Question number 8 will be done in the next video, most probably. Okay, so moving on to question number 10 and 11. Question number 10, for each diagram, write and solve an inequality for X. So both the questions I'm giving you a minute to do, not more than that. Start doing it fast. Okay, did you all solve it or got stuck in between when solving it? Let me start doing this question for you. Okay, we have X and 2X minus 5. Okay, so again we have to write and solve an inequality. Now you can see that this is the shortest. They did not give us A, B, C, nothing they gave you. If you want for your reference, you can write any letters you want here. This is going to be something like this. But without writing it, let me show you how to do it. Okay, you know now this is the shortest length, right? Because that's where they are showing us the the 90-degree angle. Okay, so if this is the shortest, so what's the shortest? That's X. Is always going to be less than 2X minus 5. Now we don't have like numbers to be brought together because we have two X's. So what I'm going to do, it's going to be X minus 2X is less than minus 5. How much is X minus 2X? This means nothing here. So that's a 1. So how much is 1 minus 2? That's going to be minus 1X, or minus X is less than minus 5. Right? So you can cancel out both the minuses together. So that's going to be X is less than 5. If you are very smart, yes, you can solve this. But if you have forgotten how to solve inequalities, yes, then you're going to be in a big trouble. Okay, so moving on to the next question here. Again, they did not give us anything, but you can see from the symbol that this is the shortest side. The one which they gave the number. They gave the number for this side and for this side. So which is going to be the shorter one, this or this? Of course, it's going to be this one. So how are you going to write the inequality? 6x plus 5 is going to be less than 9x minus 3. Now this is a bit advanced one than the one we did before, but the rule is the same. You have to find the shortest side and make it less than. That's all. So how are you going to solve this? Bring all the x's to one side and move the numbers to the other. Okay, so 6x minus 9x is going to give you minus 3x, and minus 3 minus 5 is minus 8, right? So you can cancel this 2 and you have to separate this. So x is going to be greater than less than 8 over 3. X is going to be less than 2 over 3. That's how you solve inequalities. If you didn't understand, do watch the video, the explanation again. Yes, you will understand. It's not a very difficult thing to understand. Only the tip is find out which side is showing you the perpendicular segment. That side becomes the shortest. So that side is always less than anything else. They have given you any other side. They have given you, that's all. Okay, now wait. So I want you girls to solve the related homework questions for this. Okay girls, so I want you to do from your homework book questions 1, 2 and 3, because I don't have the related homework page for it. I cannot show you because I have the answers in my book. So from the related page of the homework, you have to do question 1, 2 and 3 only. Don't do question number 4 because we have not done multi-step problems. So just only do question 1, 2, 3. I will tell you the answers in the next video, and in the next video of course we'll be learning the remaining part of the lesson, which is to prove the parallel lines, which you need a bit clear in mind for that, because again, proving, we need to see each and every part of the question. I'm not making you scared, of course not. Just I'm giving you an idea of what is to be done, but it's not difficult. No. Have I ever made anything difficult for you? Of course not, right? I know many of you are answering, yeah, but it's my duty to teach you whatever is given, right? So until we meet again in the next video, take care of yourselves and have a good time.